You're watching the SCAC Player of the Week interviews. It's week 10 of the SCAC swimming and diving season. Today we're joined by the SCAC Men's Swimmer of the Week, freshman Daniel Sarman of the Trinity University Tigers. And Daniel, first of all, congratulations and thanks so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Daniel, you and the rest of your teammates are coming off an impressive 169-122 dual meet victory at Birmingham-Southern this past weekend. What was your biggest takeaway from an overall team perspective? How much confidence does a performance like that give this group as you look ahead to the SCAC championships?
It definitely helps. We had to travel a really long way to get to the meet, so not having a 9-hour travel time will make the meet in San Antonio in a few weeks far easier.
Individually, you had a couple of really solid swims, Daniel. You posted a 53.3 in the 100 back, along with a 47.7 in the 100 free. For those individual times for you, how much confidence do you take away from those performances individually, and what went well for you this past weekend?
I think my individual races went pretty well. I've been very tired for the last few weeks. Winter training hit me really hard. But the fact that I was still able to get up and race in shorter distances, I think shows that I'm in a pretty good place for conference, which is when I can be swimming my longer events, because I usually swim 200s, not 100s.
You mentioned, Daniel, the fatigue that you've noticed and experienced over the last few weeks because of the difficulty in the training. For you, as a freshman, what's kind of been that biggest adjustment for you in your first year at the collegiate level? What has been sort of the thing that maybe you weren't expecting but has been a welcome surprise?
I'd say just the constant feeling of soreness you get after doing weights and swimming. Because in high school, I would do the things and they'd be rather separated, so I'd have time to recover in between. But from here, right now, I'm just always feeling pretty tired. There's never a day where I'm like, oh, I feel amazing. You just get used to being really tired and trying your best, even when you don't feel good at all.
Daniel, we mentioned your individual success. You also were a key part in a couple of great relay swims. You swam a leg in the winning 200 medley relay with the fly time of 23.4. Then you also led off the 800 free relay, going back to swimming your 200s, a time of 143.8. Kind of take me through maybe the differences in your mindset when it comes to swimming in a relay versus an individual event. And is that something that you enjoy, sort of rallying around the team aspect of it in a relay?
Yeah, so I like relays more than individual events just because I feel like it's working for something greater than yourself. And especially in the 800 free relay, I knew that the other team had some really fast guys afterwards. And so I had to try to get as much of a lead as possible to ease the gap on how fast they're going to come back on us, which they did eventually. But it felt pretty good to know that you're helping your team out and it's not all about you anymore.
And finally, Daniel, as we look ahead, swimming SCAC championships just a few weeks away. No more meets for your group until you arrive at the pool for the conference championship. What does this next couple of weeks look like for you in terms of training, kind of getting that strength back, getting that energy back? What will be key for this team as they prepare for the conference championship?
It's really just focusing on the small things while still getting a lot of rest. So you got to make sure that your race strategy is still intact, even though you're not training as hard as you used to every single day. So there's a few days where we're trying harder and some days than others. We're doing a lot more fast stuff, and other days we're doing a lot more technique-focused drills. So it's just making sure that you're the same focus every single day, even though you're not going to be exhausted after the end of every single practice.
Now it's time for the fastest minute in all of Division III athletics. That's right, it's the SCAC 60, a chance for you, SCAC Nation, to get to know your SCAC Players of the Week a bit better. Daniel, are you ready?
Yep.
Put 60 seconds on the clock, and here we go. Daniel, for you, would you rather live a week in the past or live a week in the future?
Future.
What's your favorite color?
Blue.
What's your go-to karaoke song, Daniel?
Living on I don't know. Dream On.
Who's the funniest teammate you have?
That's hard. I gotta say Morgan Renia.
If you were to play any other sport there at Trinity, what would it be?
I don't know if it's technically a sport, but I'd love to be on the Ultimate Frisbee team. I like that stuff a lot.
Would you rather live permanently in a theme park or live permanently in a zoo?
I'd say the first one.
Do you have any pre-meet rituals you always have to go through before swimming?
Fortunately, no. I know some people whose theirs takes a really long time, and if they miss one step, it just messes them up. So I don't have any, fortunately.
And that'll wrap up the fastest minute in all Division III athletics, the SCAC 60. Again, this week we were joined by the SCAC Men's Swimmer of the Week, freshman Daniel Sarman of the Trinity University Tigers. Daniel, again, congratulations on your honor and best of luck as you continue to move forward throughout your freshman campaign.
Thank you.